So, good morning class. Today's topic is ecology, and in ecology I will tell you about the branches of ecology and what's the help of ecology, what's the utilization of studying ecology. So first of all, what is ecology and who give the term ecology? Ecology term was given by Haeckel. The term ecology given by Haeckel. Ernst Haeckel is the name of the scientist. The full name is Ernst Haeckel. And eco, it's a originated from a Greek term oikology. That is oikology. Oikology. From oikology, the ecology term has been originated. And what the meaning of oikology? Oiko means house, and logos means study. So ecology means the study of house. Earth, this earth is also a house for us, and on this earth, it's our house. We study about various components. So what's the definition of ecology? Ecology, that is the association of abiotic and biotic component. Ecology is the study of association of abiotic and biotic component. In the abiotic components are non-living components like temperature, soil, calorific factor, heat, light. These all are abiotic factors, mean non-living, and biotic are living like plants, animals. These all are organisms are biotic. So in ecology, we study about the association of abiotic and biotic component. Now, we can also say ecology is the association of organisms and environment. Ecology, that is the association of organism and environment. Clear? The association of organism and environment, that is ecology. We can also say that in ecology, remember one thing, that abiotic component affect biotic component, biotic component affect abiotic component. We will study later on this topic. Now remember one thing, what is ecological hierarchy? This question come in need, that what is the largest taxa in ecosystem, what is the smallest. So you have to learn ecological hierarchy. In ecological hierarchy, remember one thing, that biosphere is the largest unit. Ecological hierarchy, these are the units, and in ecological hierarchy, biosphere, the largest unit. After biosphere, it came biome. After biome, it came landscape. After landscape, it's come ecosystem. We will study about the ecosystem. Okay, this one various. We will study about producers, consumers, top consumers, and ecological pyramids. So ecosystem, and after ecosystem, it's come community. After community, it's come population. and an organism. So what happened? Organisms, it live in a population, many population, different types of species. They make community. Various community interact with each other. Then they form an ecosystem. Ecosystem form a landscape, a area where its biodiversity we call landscape, and we study about biodiversity. Then came biome, and after biome it came biosphere. Biosphere is the area up to where life found. So it's the ecological hierarchy. Largest unit is biosphere and the smallest unit is organism. Clear? Now branches of ecology. We will study about the branches of ecology. Branches of ecology. So first is autoecology. What is autoecology? Deals with the study of reciprocal relationship between an individual organism and environment. Autoecology, it deals with the study of reciprocal relationship between organisms and environment. Next is synecology, population ecology. What is population ecology? Deals with the study of the reciprocal relationship between members of same species and environment. Mean various organisms of a single species and their interaction with organisms. That is, when we study about a species individuals, then it's called population ecology. Third is synecology. What is synecology? When we study about the reciprocal relationship between different population, means different species, individuals of different species and environment, that is synecology. Next came gene ecology. Deals with the study of genetic variations in habitat, that is gene ecology. Different types of gene in a habitat. When we study about different genes on the molecular, on the genetic level, then this study is called gene ecology. Clear? Now there are some ecological terms and principles. So we study about various ecological terms. First is relative fitness. We will study about relative fitness. What is relative fitness? Relative reproductive fitness of any gene or genotype over the other due to relative superiority of that gene or genotype over the others. So relative reproductive fitness, that is what is relative fitness? Relative reproductive fitness of any gene or genotype over the other due to relative superiority of that gene or genotype over the other. Means, example, carrier of sickle cell anemia, इनकी रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस जो होती है मलेरिया प्रोन एरिया, यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा मलेरिया फैला होता है, वहाँ पे इनकी ज़्यादा होती है. क्यों? ये सिकल सेल होने के कारण मलेरिया का पैरासाइट इनको इफेक्ट नहीं कर सकता. तो वहाँ पे जिनको सिकल सेल एनीमिया होते हैं वो इंडिविजुअल सर्वाइव कर जाते हैं बेटा, और जिनको जो नॉर्मल होते हैं उनको मलेरिया हो जाता है. तो रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस होती है वो रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस होती है किसी भी जीन के जीनोटाइप की दूसरे जीन के ऊपर सुपीरियरिटी होती है, दैट इज रिलेटिव रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस. So relative reproductive fitness is the fitness of any gene. Sorry, the related reproductive fitness of any gene or genotype over the other due to relative superiority of that gene over the other. Clear? So that is the relative reproductive fitness, relative fitness. Next is inclusive